Waiting until it's warm enough is one of the biggest mistakes new gardeners make, because by the time the sun is actually out and you have the itch to plant, you're already behind. And here's what they don't tell you about spring gardening. The real work begins before it's even nice out. In this video, I'm gonna run through 6 easy jobs you can do right now to be ahead in your warm gardening season, so that when the season actually kicks off, you're already winning. And this isn't just about prepping soil or throwing some seeds down. This is stuff that will actually get you ahead this season. Fewer weeds and stronger plants, and earlier harvests too. And I'll tell you the truth, if you skip these steps, you're gonna be playing catch up the whole season. So let's get into it. One of the easiest things you can do right now is just clean up the junk. If your beds are still full of last year's leftovers, dead tomato plants, sunflower stalks, it's time to get them out. And of course, those mystery weeds too. And clearing stuff out early does 2 things. It stops diseases and pests from waking up and spreading. And of course, it gives you a clean slate to build on. And this really isn't hard work either. It's just finding out what's trash and getting rid of it. I stepped on this in the winter. So think of your soil like a fridge. If it's empty, there's not much nutrition there. So what you're gonna want to do at the start of the season is refresh the bed somehow. Now, you don't need to go crazy with fertilizing these beds. All you need to do is add a bit of compost. Unfortunately, I don't make my own compost, so what I do is lay down some manure, some aged manure. And there really is no need to mix this in. Just put it on the top there, and this should feed the bed for a little while here. Another thing you can do right now is actually plant some crops. People think you have to wait till May or June to actually plant stuff, but there are actually some crops that prefer cooler soils. Stuff like arugula and peas, which I'm about to plant down there as well. But with the arugula, I'm just gonna broadcast it and then thin it down when it needs it. On the back of the seed packet, if it says when the soil is workable, plant, that means now. Another really important step to check right now as well is your watering setup, especially if, like me, you just left your hose outside and forgot about it, because look what happened. Yep, new hose needed. And if you haven't done this yet, this is a pretty important step, especially if you have a short growing season like me, and that is starting your seeds indoors. And for crops like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants, you're gonna need that head start. If you wait until it's warm enough outside to plant them, you're losing weeks. And you don't need a fancy setup. All you need is some LED lights, and sometimes even a sunny windowsill can really work. I have a whole video on seed starting, so I'll put that in the description, but you want a good seed starting mix. You want to keep that soil moist, but not soggy, and remember to move the seedlings around while they're under the light. Just rotate them every so often. And timing is everything here. If it says on the seed packet start 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, work that out and then plant them 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. And the last thing I'm going to cover in this video of what you can do right now is just make a very simple garden plan. It doesn't have to be crazy, just what's going in, where's it going, and when's it going in. And also in the plan, just look around and see if anything needs to be fixed in your garden. Like for me, this garden bed, which obviously needs replacing this year. Got any suggestions? Let me know. Trying to find the most cost-effective way, because I can't afford this right now, but we'll figure it out. It does sound pretty basic, making a list of where stuff's gonna go and when's it gonna go in. But if you don't do this, you could really mess up. Oh, it's windy today. For example, if you don't plan where your peppers are gonna go and you put your zucchinis there, where are your peppers going? And here's the part where people get stuck. You do all the prep and then life gets in the way. You skip a few days and you forget to harden off your seedlings, or you forget about those weeds and all of a sudden there's a jungle outside. And that's why I'm starting now, before the madness kicks in, so I can be ahead of the game. So here's what you need to do to get a head start on your garden this spring. Clear out last year's mess. Feed your soil with compost and organic matter. Get planting your cold hardy crops early. Start your warm season seeds indoors and make a simple plan. So if you do have any suggestions of what I should do with this broken down bed, please let me know in the comments. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And the video appearing on your screen right now is the one that YouTube is suggesting you should watch. It is windy today. Go back to the start of the video. Look how good my hair looked then. Now look at it, just a mess. Love living on the prairies.